Welcome to another edition of the Nightly Nuge. Ted, I'm going to give you some information here, and I just want to get your take. In 2018, 71% of all individuals that were eligible age to serve in the U.S. volunteer-only Army didn't meet the standards either because of obesity, drugs, a criminal background. Today, in 2022, just 4 short years later, 77% of all those eligible do not qualify to serve in our all volunteer Army because of obesity, drugs, so on and so forth. Heartbreakingly, an additional 10% aren't capable of serving because they don't meet the academic or mental capabilities. Meanwhile, the U.S. military has a diversity czar named Kelsey Wing that wants the U.S. military to be inclusive. And of course, if you check her out, Ted, she's the one that has all kinds of anti-white tweets on her social media post. While our military is getting weaker because of wokeness, we have China that's expanding, we have Russia that's invading, and we have Iran, thanks to the Biden administration, are about to have nuclear capabilities. Ted, what in the world is going on with the U.S. military?
Well, once again, Keith, I'm a very lucky, blessed man. I spent another weekend here in the swamps of Michigan with some great hunting families. And most of the men at my family are veterans. And we talk about this stuff, and we're all very well aware of these heartbreaking and disgusting statistics that you just shared on the Nightly Nuge. And I think everybody knows that my take on it is one of truth, logic, and common sense, that this is cultural suicide, that this is freedom suicide, because without true warriors, I'm talking about fire breathers, I'm talking about cocked, locked, and ready to rock the Glock around the clock, Dr. Spock, commando warrior heroes that are willing to break necks for innocent victims and to stop evil, and to put their lives on the line like Mark Geist did in Benghazi, like John Wayne Walding did in the Afghanistan mountain, and the hero I shared a campfire with in New Mexico that was a victim of the Bataan Death March. These were ass-kicking warriors for freedom. And everything you just outlined, from those making decisions for our military capabilities, for our military strength, for our freedom defense warriors, everything out of Uncle Sam's military representatives is joy and music to the ears of the communist Chinese and the Russians and the enemies of America. Our government right now, with that kind of stupid, dangerous, cultural suicidal direction, that we need diversity. No, we don't want diversity in the military. We just want one kind of military: tough, strong, capable, fire-breathing killers, athletic commando warriors that are willing to do evil against evil, that are willing to destroy evil before evil destroys America. And when you start implementing diversity, because based on a color of the skin, which is racist, and based on gender numbers, which is sexist, that's not my take on it. That's the truth. And now, when we want to hire capable, patriotic warriors for the U.S. military, they're watering it down. And I've got to make a comment on the obesity factor. Hey, America, what the hell are you eating? I have never seen so much blubber on the streets of this country since I was in the Prince of Wales Island watching pods of whales surface. And if that's offensive to some people, I'll tell you what's offensive to God. You destroying your sacred temple with toxic non-food, the ingredients which you can't pronounce, in portions that would sink the Bismarck. How brain dead, how soulless does a human being have to be to put drugs, alcohol, and tobacco into your sacred temple. And if that's offensive to some people, you're offensive, because that's insane behavior. It's insane misbehavior. And you're costing the rest of us a whole bunch of torch tax dollars to cover your fat, unhealthy, uncaring, selfish ass. So those are the people that can't qualify to fight for this country because they'd rather grow blubber than to protect freedom. And if that's offensive to some people, tough shit. Wake up and treat your gift from God with a little respect for a change. We need to be a nation of warriors. And right now, we're not. And that's shameful.
I love the fact, Ted, that you not only have the First Amendment right of free speech, but you exercise it regularly. Tomorrow night, I want to talk about how big tech colluded with the Biden administration to thwart not only your First Amendment right, but really a lot of other people that had good information to share, but the administration and big tech censored them. So come back tomorrow night and we'll have some more of the nightly news right here where there is absolutely no fake news.